Hello, welcome to Total Fight Time. I'm your host, Major League Gaming Trap. This is the series where I choose a bunch of random characters to fight each other. We will learn about their powers, strengths, weaknesses to see who would win a fight or not. Alright, let us see the fighter for tonight. Today is the battle between Lloyd Garmadon and Luke Skywalker. With all that said, let's analyze and power scale Total Fight Time's newest round of fighters. Don't forget to check out my Patreon, become a member to see exclusive content, link is in the description.
Luke Skywalker is the son of the famous Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker. He was left on Tatooine with his Aunt Empress and uncle after the fall of the Jedi Order. 19 years later, he encountered former Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi under the alias Ben Kenobi, and joined the Rebel Alliance to bring down the Galactic Empire. He surpassed Darth Vader Empress and was heavily implied to have become a significant threat to Darth Sidious. Supreme Leader Snoke told Kylo Ren that Luke was one of the most formidable Jedi ever. Empress and that Luke had earned his respect, Empress, and even his fear. He further went on to say that if he had Luke by his side instead of Kylo Ren, the galaxy would have been his a long time ago. While projecting himself to create, his force power was great enough to quake his island home on Acta. Darth Vader is said to be the Empire's ultimate weapon, implying that he is more powerful than the Death Star, which he also calls weak to the power of the Force. The Death Star destroyed Oberon, sending its remains hurtling through space. Vader was also able to endure the full power of Palpatine, who overpowered the source of Angry that powered thousands of weapons that were as powerful as the Death Star. Kylo was implied to be more powerful than Starkiller Base, which drained the energy of an entire star, making him large star level. He matched his father in combat, who reacted to ships moving in hyperspace, which is capable of covering tens of thousands of light years in a few days, making him massively faster than Light Plus. He was able to take numerous telekinetic assaults from a casual Vader on Bespin, survived near the epicenter of multiple laser cannon blasts from an Lot/Le gunship, which disintegrated a small rock formation, initially deflected a casual blast of Force lightning from Darth Sidious before being overwhelmed, Empress, and survived a comparable output of Force lightning that ultimately killed Darth Vader. Luke is able to pick up on the ways of using the Force in a relatively expedient fashion, doing in a few years what took his father decades to accomplish in terms of sheer power. Also a genius pilot, much like his father, and was responsible for the destruction of the first Death Star with little to no training. Some of his more powerful techniques might end up draining Luke of his stamina or health with repeated uses. Overall, even with those flaws, Luke Skywalker is still a powerful user of the Force. The son of the evil Lord Garmadon and his childhood sweetheart Misako, Lloyd Montgomery Garmadon was sent to boarding school early on in his childhood by his parents to keep him safe. However, Lloyd ran away from the school in order to follow in his father's footsteps, accidentally releasing the Serpentine, an ancient race intent on forcing humanity to live underground in order to protect them from the prophesied Golden Master. Lloyd ended up in the care of the Ninjas, where it was revealed that he was in fact prophesied to be the Green Ninja who would defeat his father. After an incident with a mega weapon that aged him to a teenager, as well as the destruction of it by the Ninja's hands, Lloyd was forced to confront his father, who had become a pawn of the Overlord. Eventually, the Overlord took over his father and reassumed his true form. However, Lloyd, having awakened his power at the Temple of Light, easily defeated him and freed his father. However, the Overlord returned Empress and used his newfound technology to drain Lloyd of his power to become the Golden Master. He can close up Merge Portal, which has been stated to be able to affect the Merge realms and even destroy it. Merge quakes have been said to be two realms trying to share the same space, and stopping one would mean stopping them from sharing that space, thus pulling those realms away, making him low multiversal level. He can keep up with J, who outran his own dragon, who is confirmed to be light speed. He can keep up with Nadukan, who reacted to, dodged, blocked, and deflected multiple lasers easily, faster than all the ninja. J could keep up with the Skulkin's bikes, who ride so fast they turn into light and travel to another realm, making him massively faster than light plus. He took blows from Garmadon when he was possessed by Overlord, took several attacks from Reborn Garmadon, who can withstand the power of the four golden weapons, which were used by the first Spinjitzu master to create the continent of Ninjago and created a star by destroying the mega weapon, ampersand thanks to hit from a Photak, who withstood a blast from Kai ampersand himself. Lloyd is an expert ninja and martial artist, capable of driving many types of vehicles. He also tends to be stealthy ampersand tactical in battle, relying both on his elemental power his raw strength. Later in the series, he becomes an intelligent leader ampersand master, capable of being ahead of others even without his elemental power. In his Oni form, Lloyd knocked down and harmed Overlord in his Crystal King form and was stated to be able to defeat him. The Crystal King is stated to have achieved a perfect vessel and capable of obliterating the balance. The balance between light and dark transcends all the realms. If one realm falls, its sister realm will fall as well. Time passes differently in other realms, and there are different rules ampersand different physics in other realms. The moon was stated to be suspended in an infinite airless void in Ninjago. Realms are referred to sparingly as dimensions, and every realm is parallel to Ninjago, implying that all realms have the same size. Ninjago is a realm with a higher temporal axis, containing the past, present, and future all in one place. Even erased timelines exist here. The time vortex is a higher temporal dimension or axis. Shifting the balance can destroy Ninjago and can possibly lead to the destruction of the entire multiverse, making him high infinite multiversal level. His blasts can keep up with the Crystal King, who could keep up with the Golden Ultra Dragon and reacted. He also should be comparable to his older form, who matched the first Spinjitzu master, who acted in a void of nothingness, making him infinite. Like for every elemental master, the Gunstone is very dangerous for him, as it's a mineral capable of nullifying elemental powers completely. Due to him being part Oni, he doesn't have complete resistance to the darkness, as he will briefly be weakened under the effects of the black clouds, as he will slowly lose his strength and will have a hard time breathing. Overall, even with those flaws, Lloyd is still one of the most powerful elemental masters in all of Ninjago.
Fight!
Alright viewers, now that the prey analysis is done, let us get into who wins this fight and why.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this, it's a big stomp. Lloyd was clearly far more powerful, faster, and had far better abilities compared to Luke. Sure, the Force is very powerful and Luke is able to keep up with Lloyd in skill, but what's the point of using the Force when your opponent is far too physically superior to you? In short, Lloyd wins due to being physically more powerful and having far better abilities. Now, if you want to see a rematch with Ultimate Spinjitzu Master Lloyd against Star Wars Legends Luke, let me know through the voting poll.
Next time on Total Fight Time.